You're listening to the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to make sure you get the latest episodes of the podcast. Be sure to like and share our Facebook page as well. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast. On today's episode of the podcast, we review match number 17 of IPL 2021 between the Punjab Kings and the Mumbai Indians. It's the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast, and let's get started. Let's have a look at the match summary from game number 17 of IPL 2021 from Chennai between the Punjab Kings and the Mumbai Indians. The Mumbai Indians batted first and made 6 for 131 from their 20 overs. Rohit Sharma top scored with 63 off 52 balls. Bishnoi and Shami took 2 wickets each for the Punjab Kings. The Punjab Kings chased down the runs easily in the end, finishing on 1 for 132 from 17.4 overs. KL Rahul top scored with 60 not out off 52 balls, and Chahar took 1 wicket for the Mumbai Indians. The Punjab Kings won by 9 wickets, and KL Rahul was named man of the match. What were some of the key moments and key factors from this match between the Punjab Kings and the Mumbai Indians? I thought the Punjab Kings bowling was one of the key factors in this match because they kept the Mumbai Indians to 131 on this Chennai surface, which wasn't a match-winning score in the end. Usually a 130 score is not a match-winning score, especially here in Chennai. And the other key factor was the partnerships that the Punjab Kings had with Agarwal and KL Rahul of 53 for the first wicket, Rahul and Gale of 79 unbeaten for the second wicket. Those two partnerships pretty much contributed to the Punjab Kings chasing down these runs to win this match by 9 wickets. Let's have a look at the Punjab Kings and their team performance in this match. We'll start with their batsmen, KL Rahul 60 not out, Agarwal 25 and Gale 43 not out. I thought the Punjab Kings batted better in this game compared to their last game against the Sunrisers Hyderabad where they batted poorly. I thought they read conditions well this time around. Gotten used to the surface, obviously playing that game against the Sunrisers. They weren't used to that surface. They were coming from Mumbai to Chennai, different surfaces, high-scoring ground in Mumbai to a low-scoring ground in Chennai. So it was very hard to adjust. Very important as a batsman and especially as a cricketer to adjust to conditions and read conditions. In the last game where they got bowled out for 120, they didn't read conditions, didn't quite read the conditions of the pitch and struggled. But I thought in this game, they were chasing a low score in the end. The Mumbai Indians could only manage 131 on this pitch, so that wasn't a match-winning score, and they chased it down easily in the end, which was good from their point of view. I thought they batted a lot smarter. They read the conditions better this time, and obviously being their second game here in Chennai, they would have got a bit of a gauge from the first game how to bat on it, and I think they took a leaf out of the Sunrisers Hyderabad's book on how to bat in the surface, because if you remember in that game, the Sunrisers Hyderabad, they batted smartly and sensibly, and they took their time, and they didn't rush chasing the runs. They were only chasing a 120 score set by the Punjab Kings, and you think about it in this game with the Punjab Kings, they were chasing 131 set by the Mumbai Indians. So they sort of played the way that the Sunrisers Hyderabad played, which was batting smartly, punishing the bad balls to the boundary, leaving the good balls and paying respect to them as you do as a batsman. But the important factor was they took their time chasing the runs down. And that's very important. Because in T20 cricket, we often get caught up in hitting big sixes, and you like to see a batsman hit a big six, for example. But that shouldn't be about what T20 cricket batting is all about. You've got to have a bit of sensibility about it, going back to the basics of batting. You know, doing the basics, and then you can branch out to being aggressive and playing those big shots. But stick to the basics, take your time, get in, get set, play good shots, play good cricket shots. You know, even along the ground as well. You don't have to go aerial. As the old saying goes in cricket, if you hit it along the ground, you won't get out. You won't get out caught. So if you do that, you know, and do the basics, that's very important with batting. And the Punjab Kings did that in this game, I thought, and that's great to see. You know, taking that responsibility and saying, hang on, we don't need to do anything reckless here. Don't need to have a batting collapse. We're chasing a low total here, but we need to bat well and take our time. And that's what they did. They didn't rush at all, and that's what I like. I like that sensibility in batting. And we don't see it enough in T20 cricket. We see teams go out there, playing big shots from the word go. You don't need to do that. Just go back to the basics, play good cricket shots, go back to the basics of batting, forming partnerships and that, building partnerships and whatever. And that's what the Punjab Kings did. And I was very impressed with that. And they learnt from their previous experience. So good to see the Punjab Kings learn from the last game against the Sunrisers and say, right, excuse me, right, okay, this is not the way to bat on this pitch. We got to bat this way. And that's what they did in this game. They did well in backing up partnerships in this game. The partnership between Agarwal and Rahul of 53 for the first wicket, and Rahul and Gale of 79 not out for the second wicket pretty much sealed the run chase for the Punjab Kings. Those two partnerships pretty much got them the win in the end. So overall, their batting was good from the Punjab Kings. Great to see them improve from their last game. But the challenge now for the Punjab Kings is about trying to back up this batting performance and try and be consistent with their batting going forward. Let's have a look at their bowlers. Shami and Bishnoi took 2 wickets each, a wicket each for Huda and Ashdeep Singh, no wickets for Allen and Enriques. I thought their bowling in this match was pretty good. They did well. They got early wickets up front. At one stage, the Mumbai Indians were 2 down for 26 inside 7 overs. And they were able to take wickets throughout the whole Mumbai Indians batting innings, which slowed their momentum down in their innings. I thought today in this match their body language was better with the ball compared to their last game against the Sunrisers Hyderabad. In that game, their body language was poor, obviously because they were defending a low score of 120. Of course, you're going to be a bit negative in the mindset. But I thought they had some positive body language today and a positive mindset. They attacked with the ball and they had that freedom with the ball. And they were able to bowl good deliveries and get wickets. So I thought that was pretty good to see from the Punjab Kings compared to their last game, is that their mindset and body language changed. It's very important to be upbeat as a cricket team. Be positive. Look in the positive in things. Try and be positive. Have a positive mindset, not a negative mindset. Always look to get better. And I thought the bowlers did that well in this game. So overall, their bowling was quite good, the Punjab Kings, in this match. The bowlers did their job, executed their skills, and they were rewarded because the Punjab Kings won this match. So overall, great performance by the Punjab Kings. Good to see them bounce back. Let's have a look at the Mumbai Indians team performance in this match. We'll start with their batsmen. De Kock, 3. Rohit Sharma, 63. Krishna, 6. Suryakumar Yadav, 33. Pollard, 16 not out. Hardik Pandya, 1. And Krunal Pandya, 3. The Mumbai Indians batting today was poor in this match, I thought. Whenever you get a score of 130 in a T20 game, it's always going to be hard to win the game. Some teams have won from defending 130, but their batting today was poor, I think. Rohit Sharma was the standout. He got 63. The big partnership they had in this whole innings was 79 for the third wicket. That was between Rohit Sharma and Suryakumar Yadav. The partnerships, after that partnership was broken between those two, the partnerships to follow were 7, 10, 8, and 1 not out. So that's a bit of a concern for the Mumbai Indians there, that they're not backing up partnerships at the moment. Obviously, their season thus far with the bat has been a bit up and down. The top order's been firing and then, failing in the other games. They've played all their games here in Chennai, and obviously they've played all their 5 games in Chennai and Mumbai Indians. So their record in Chennai is 2 wins and 3 losses. And the batting totals at Chennai for the Mumbai Indians are 159, 152, 150, 137 and 131. So it tells a bit of a story there. They've been a bit up and down with their batting. For the Mumbai Indians, obviously this is their last game in Chennai. So probably a change in venue will bring about a different result for Mumbai in terms of the batting. Their next game is against the Rajasthan Royals in Delhi. So going from Chennai to Delhi, different conditions, of course. Hopefully for the batsmen, it'll be a better pitch to bat on in Delhi. And obviously a change of results for them. But obviously in the games they've played here in Delhi as a batting group, it's been a bit up and down for them. So it's just trying about finding that consistency with the bat. And really, as a batsman, you are going to miss out every now and again. Obviously, you can't cash in all the time. So, obviously, for these they've got some class batsmen, obviously. De Kock, Rohit Sharma, Krishna, Suryakumar Yadav, Pollard. Then you've got the Pandya brothers who can come in and hit it, hit the ball big at the end there. But they're just not firing at the moment and a bit inconsistent themselves and probably not batting to their standards. As we know, the Mumbai Indians can bat, and obviously those individuals in the batting group are not batting to their standards as well. So for them, it's just about trying to find a way to get that consistency back and try and get back into the flow of scoring runs. The Mumbai Indians are a class side and their batting is a class unit. So for them, it's just about trying to, as a batting group, it's about trying to go back to the basics with the bat. Do the basics with the bat. Don't overcomplicate it with the bat. Obviously, we can often overcomplicate things in cricket. Keep it simple with the bat. Have a clear plan. What's your plan? What's your role in this batting group? Right? Are you the aggressor or you're the anchor role? So I think they need to establish that in this team. I think we know what Rohit Sharma is going to do. He's going to be the aggressor up front opening the batting. So that's what I mean. They need to make sure everybody knows their role clearly in this batting group. So you're the aggressor, you're the finisher, you're the anchor role. This is what you're going to do. So for them as a batting group, they just need to work that out among themselves. And obviously we'll see that consistency come in if they issue those roles to those batsmen. But overall, their batting in this game wasn't up to their standards, but they can get better from this, the Mumbai Indians. Obviously, as I said before, a change of venue could bring about a change of results for them. So overall, their batting was poor, but they can get better. Let's have a look at their bowling quickly. Chahar took 1 wicket, no wickets for Pollard, Krunal Pandya, Yadav, Bumrah and Bolt. Their bowling today was poor. They only managed to take 1 wicket and lost this game by 9 wickets, which is a big defeat, really. It's even worse than losing by 10 wickets, but they lost this game by 9 wickets. They didn't take wickets at regular intervals. They didn't build pressure with the ball. They were a bit inconsistent with their lines and lengths, didn't quite execute their skills with the ball and their plans with the ball as well. And obviously they got some class bowlers there. Bumrah, Bolt, and you got Chahar, who's been bowling well. Krunal Pandya as well. For them, it's just about trying to build on that consistency with the bowling group, the Mumbai Indians. This game wasn't their greatest game. Obviously, they need to learn from this game as a bowling group going forward. So it was just an off day with the ball, really. We know their bowling attack is a class bowling attack. But in this game, it didn't quite work out as they planned. Nothing does in cricket. Cricket's unpredictable, so anything you plan in cricket doesn't go to plan. And with the bowling today, it didn't quite go to plan. So overall, it was below their standards with the ball, but they can bounce back with the ball going forward, the Mumbai Indians. Overall, disappointing result from the Mumbai Indians. It's not panic stations yet. They just need to find a way to bounce back and hopefully get the win in the next game. Let's have a look at the Punjab Kings' potential 11 for their next match against the Kolkata Knight Riders. I don't think the Punjab Kings will make any changes to their 11. It's very important for the Punjab Kings to build that consistency and cohesion with this group. And if you make too many changes to the team, that will interrupt that cohesion and consistency. So they may keep the same 11. So their potential 11 could be Rahul, Agarwal, Gale, Huda, Puran, Enriques, Khan, Allen, Shami, Bishnoi and Singh. Let's have a look at the Mumbai Indians' potential 11 for their next match against the Rajasthan Royals. I don't think they'll make any changes to their 11, the Mumbai Indians. Even though they lost this game by 9 wickets against the Punjab Kings, I don't think it's unnecessary for them to make massive changes and panic. They want to keep that consistency and cohesion with this group, so I don't think they'll make any changes for their next match. So their potential 11 could be De Kock, Rohit Sharma, Krishna, Suryakumar Yadav, Pollard, Hardik and Krunal Pandya, Yadav, Chahar, Bumrah and Bolt. What can we expect from both teams heading into their next match? We'll start with the Punjab Kings. Their next match is against the Kolkata Knight Riders on Monday at Ahmedabad. For the Punjab Kings, hopefully this win can get their season back on track. For them, the challenge is to back up this performance and get some consistency with their cricket for the rest of this IPL season. For the Mumbai Indians, their next game is against the Rajasthan Royals at Delhi. For the Mumbai Indians, they need to learn from this game against the Punjab Kings and look to improve and get better for their next match against the Rajasthan Royals. It's not panic stations yet for the Mumbai Indians. They still have time to recover. But if they don't turn things around, it may be panic stations for the defending champions. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell to get the latest episodes of the podcast. And like and share our Facebook page. Until next time, keep safe and bye for now.